It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
Last we left off, Bells, Hells, and the Mighty Nine had traversed their journey through the hidden portal to Ruidus, had gone to the depths of the Ruidian capital city of Kvirus, and made contact with the remnants of the Volition, set themselves up prepared for the assault on the Malleus Key to commence and be the distraction they need to divide and hit their targets within the Red Moon. As they gave message, we cut to a short time before this, where the members of Vox Machina present in Vasselheim begin to collect the rest of their allies so they can be part of the spearhead of this attack on the Malleus Key. As you went to Whitestone and gathered Percival de Rollo, Serkonos, the Flame Speaker from Pyra, had joined you from Vasselheim, and upon catching up with Scanlan Shorthalt himself and his troop of traveling midlife crises who had transformed themselves into Purple Centaur, were making their leather jacket road trip across that distant continent before you let him know that you needed his help once more.
Silver saddles, huddle up, guys.
The ultimate approach.
Silver saddles.
Listen, I hate to do this to you. We've all been looking forward to this road trip a long time, other than Keg, who we just met. But I'm gonna have to bounce.
Oh, come on!
I know.
That's bullshit, Scanman.
I'm sorry. Doctor, Kent, Keg, Lionel, I'm sorry, guys.
Just keep yourself alive. Good to see you all. And we'll pick you something up if we can find something fun.
Please do. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Good to see you, Dransel.
Okay, if they're gone, it's just us. We can go. Do we know where we're going, what we're doing?
Are you staying like this the
That was
whole
my
time?
question, actually, yes. Is this a thing
Is this
now?
the new you?
I mean, it's a pretty powerful spell, and I don't want to just waste it.
I mean, you look fabulous.
Thank you. I've sort of gotten used to it over the past several weeks.
I have a question. So when you need to go boom boom, you just rock nasty.
All right, let's go through a damn tree, like always. Like good old times, I walk through a tree.
You all emerge once more from the Birth Heart. It's still kind of middle of the night, maybe like the wee hours of the morning, but you all can head to your chambers for the night.
I'll actually go by Fex and Percy's chambers.
Okay. Certainly. They're within the same structure as you, the other guest chambers, so.
Are you naked? Not yet. Can I come in?
Mm-hmm. I'm tying my robe shut.
Hello, what lovely timing.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
I don't know how to. Whatever. Are you sure that you all want to do this?
Come in, sit down. Oh, dear.
I just. I don't know, seeing you all and seeing you with your kids, and out of all of us, you all have the most to lose.
They're older now, Keyleth, you know. If this was 10 years ago, I don't think I'd feel the same way, but Vesper's almost 30. You know,
That's crazy to think about.
Horrifying, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, even young Gwendolyn. I just saw the look in Vax Jr.'s face when you all left, and I just want to make sure that I'm not being selfish that we're not.
It's not.
Dear, I know it may look like we have more to lose, but that's just not true, and that's not the point. If something happens to us, our children, they'll be taken care of. And I would assume, hopefully, partially by you. You are family. And I expect you to take care of them long after I'm gone and after she's gone. And with a little hope and luck, I would like you to help guide our family for generations. You are just as much of an investment in our future as they are.
Yeah.
Just because we have this one focus doesn't mean we have anything less or more to lose than you. It's everything.
My arm around her.
Snuggle in her voluptuous bosom.
They are nice, aren't they? Yeah.
I guess
I
you're
have
right.
this though, darling. This is few and far between, but, and I'm gonna bamf trinket out. Old man trinket. I know, dear. Darling. I want you to spend the night over with Keyleth tonight, all right? She needs a good snuggle buddy.
Hey, buddy. Oh, your breath is
Just even worse than
just
before,
even
isn't it?
worse, yeah. We should get some rest.
Love you, darling.
Love you.
Try to get some sleep.
Come on, buddy.
Drake kind of lumbers up beside you and kind of leans into your scratch.
I'll just scratches on his scratches.
That's right.
Just cuddle up, tuck into him. For the night.
Lock the door.
Lock the door. No kids. This is wonderful. No kids.
Pull your dick out.
All right. Anyone else have any events of the evening?
I'm gonna go just stop on at Pike's door and see if she'll come to the door. Hello?
Hello?
It's me, Scanlan, your ex.
Are you in the room with Mike? Hello.
Should we keep it down so we don't wake him up?
I'm pretty sure he'll sleep through anything, but yes, absolutely, we should keep it down.
I just wanted to find you and just say that, I'm sorry I haven't reached out or talked to you recently. I just was, giving you your space and...
Yeah, it's fine. We're not together. You don't have to answer to me in any type of way, and I don't have to answer to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're free, right?
You're free. You're free. Where are you sleeping this evening?
I hadn't actually thought about that.
The stables.
Stables.
No one gave you a place to stay. You were brought here by them. If they didn't assign you a chamber, then you literally
Do you
have
want to
nowhere
sleep in here? There's an extra bed.
Oh, yeah?
Not in my bed. There is an extra bed.
Is it big? I'm big.
I mean, Grog fits in one.
Okay.
You're
So
certainly
Grog is
not bigger than Grog.
barely fitting in that bed. Limbs are just draped over all sides, like dragging on the ground.
You can sit by the one by the door.
Oh,
Sleep
okay.
by the one by the door.
All right. Well, thanks. I will.
How are you otherwise?
Good. I'm. I think about you from time to time, and I don't know. I miss you. I miss you. Is he awake?
I'm pretty sure he's awake. Grog,
Yeah.
are you awake?
No.
Scanlan brought a full keg of beer.
Huh? Oh. I fell for it again.
Yeah.
You probably want some privacy.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
just go to bed.
All right.
Go to your bed,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be over here. That is so annoying.
The bed's kind of small, so I'm just gonna like put my 2 front legs on the bed.
But it bends in this way.
Just kind of get my head down close to the pillow. Back legs are
Perfect.
on the floor. Well, good night.
Good night. Night, Grog.
Good night, Grog.
As you all begin to emerge and find each other for the morning, the streets are alive with chatter, shouts, and preparation. A messenger comes through to quickly come to you specifically, Keyleth, and say, there's to be a gathering of leadership at the base of the Heaven Stair shortly before the army is to move out. Your presence is requested.
Of course. I'll be right there.
Darts off into the rest of the morning chaos. As the various leadership begins to meet here at the base of the Heaven Stair, you can see Patisse and a number of the Earthashari of Terra have been conscripted briefly to raise a platform from stone. You watch as a dais lifts up about 25 or so feet from this open kind of marketway, with steps that emerge and allow anyone to ascend, really. 3 darkly dressed, veiled women, familiar beings, approach from out of the crowd as the veiled coven of leaders of the Matron of Raven's Temple here in this city approach, helmed by a very familiar face, though one who had ventured with you long ago. The relations had been necessarily distant for some time. Lieve'tel, if you would like to come to the table, please.
Yeah. There she is.
There she is.
I'd like to describe how Lieve'tel is adorned this morning, the morn before war.
So as the 3 of the Coven of the Veil step forward, the figure at center steps forward and out from the other 2, and one hand comes up and unpins a veil which trails away and down. And it's been years since you've seen her face, but it has not changed a bit. Vox Machina, you are well met.
Lieve'tel. Good to see you again.
Flame Speaker. Winds, watch you. 'Tis a pleasure to see you as well.
I think he's like transported by her.
She is elegant and languid at all times.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you prepared for your journey?
Prepared as we can be.
Well, looked for or no, Raven's crest means to have its hand in this day of consequence.
Wonderful.
You'll be joining us.
Us? Again?
Is that what you're saying?
If you'll have me, yes. Raven's crest will not sit above the weave of history. Like all faith, it is woven into the very fabric of it. And Our Lady will no longer abide the abuse of her champion at the hands of this power-hungry little man's game.
You have to get him back.
We will get him back.
Join us. Welcome to the group.
Winds watch you.
Just have
Is this not?
Okay.
Oh, this is Sakonos, the Flame Speaker.
Her hands, which are very cold, wrap around yours.
I thought he was like celibate or something.
I will remember.
I might just be nervous because she's really creepy.
Maybe he just
I don't
has
get
no
creepy
game.
vibes.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Does Sir Koros have no gain?
I'm gonna find out afterward.
Okay.
As part of this gathering has now grown rather dense, you can see whole regiments of holy warriors beginning to emerge from the different sectors of Vasselheim. Amongst them, massive, muscular, hooded entities, metaled masks, eyeless, emblazoned on their face, and holy tattoos written across their arms. The Judicators have been called to war as well.
Oh, shit.
My.
They begin to encircle and fan out
They creep me out.
as everyone begins to gather, ascending the central platform. The heads of the different main temples here begin to stand, with High Hierophant Ophira coming to the forefront of this temporary stone platform. Today, we stand all on the threshold of change. This world, this beautiful realm, molded, shepherded, and protected by the great divines, stands united, stalwart, unbreakable. The light and grace that guides us under their sight empowers us with their strength, sharpens our minds with their wisdom, and emboldens us with their justice. We live, as so very many before us have, embracing the many gifts and joys the gods have granted us, shown us comfort and community against the chaos and threat of oblivion, granted guidance and inspiration where we might find ourselves lost and without hope, lifted us up from our darkest moments, and revealed paths to better selves, blessed us with miracles to defend those we love and ensure a better tomorrow for our children. Today we have the chance to show them the same kindness. We have the chance to rise and protect those who have protected us since the dawn of history. We can be the salvation for those who are salvation, and in doing so ensure the generations to come can walk in the golden light of righteousness, love, and faith. Today we go to war not for ourselves, not for our gods, but for the very future of Exandria. Just as this city has never fallen, our faith will never waver. Our shields will never crumble, and our spirits will never wane. You are all chosen as holy warriors this day. Bring that light with you to our destiny. They will be watching. And as she says that, the doors of golden light open, and you watch as winged celestials step through.
What?
Armored chests and golden or blue skin.
Oh, shit.
Glowing holy blades from celestial realms beyond held forth an army of angelic forms rising out to fly and hover above.
What?
Allies from realms beyond, a beacon of hope and power to bolster your job this day. She smiles and steps back. The other leaders of the temples kind of hold their arms out as if to ask if anybody else wishes to speak.
Damn.
Okay. All right. I adjust my antlers. Let's see if we can take a less religious approach.
As you step to the precipice of this platform, the other temple heads relinquish the space, and you quickly find yourself solitary across this platform.
I'm gonna hop on the broom
and fly up above the crowd so I'm eye level with Keyleth. And just meet her eyes. Keyleth.
Just look at me.
Okay. She takes a big inhale and exhale, and just even in trying to calm her own nerves, that exhale creates a warm gust from behind her that floats across all of the armies of Exandria. Exandria. Once again, we stand united against an existential threat. United again, as we have many times before, against beasts and behemoths, demons and demigods. And once again, we will overcome this pervasive play for an unjustified power. For Exandria does not belong to a single entity or individuals or even an entire council of deities. Exandria belongs to us. And once again, we will reclaim that ownership for Exandria. Fuck! Shit! Up!
You feel, even in your perhaps not as assert faith in them as beings and entities, their will is still with you. And with that, you feel your words ring out as you shout to the sky, words to be written in the history books for years and generations to come. Fuck shit up. And whereas the holy arrival of angels left a crowd stunned and in awe, your words brings a rousing war cry and cheer. Allura catches up to your troop as you're heading that direction. Good morning, Vox Machina.
Hey.
I guess it's that time again. I'm going to introduce you to your ship for delivery. As is the intent this day, the ground forces are to be delivered. First and foremost, there is about a 5-minute buffer when they begin the assault to draw the forces to the outer edges of the fortress, after which the fleet of sky ships are to cruise into a summoned storm that will give you some cover. Once you feel you are within proper central locale from above where the fortress is, you and the other skyship's payloads are to be dropped in to land as close as you can to the key, so as to give them very little chance to stop you, and with the least amount of resistance to come and prevent you from achieving your task.
Dropped in?
Dropped
Right,
in, yes.
right over?
Yes. We have ship-based mages that will help you descend safely.
Oh!
We're not going to just throw you into...
You gotta lead with that.
Do not worry.
Sir Kronos, I noticed earlier when you were talking to Lieve'tel,
Yes.
you seemed a little nervous. Is it because she's creepy and creeped you out?
She's very pretty.
Oh, pretty.
She's pretty creepy, but also pretty.
Sort of in that sort of goth, kind of dangerous way?
Feel like I botched it, Scan Man.
No, you didn't. You didn't. That was... No. Believe me, I've met women where I've been just covered in shit and stunk.
I should cover myself in shit.
No. What I'm saying is I made a lot of really bad first impressions, even on Pike. All these guys, really. I made terrible first impressions, but I still won them over.
Okay.
You're not done. Just come up with an approach for your second conversation.
I feel like the end is nigh, and there's certain things in life I've missed out, and being around you has inspired me in a way.
What's something that you're really good at? Really
Fighting.
Fighting. But
Fighting.
Okay, just fighting, just straight up fighting. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do that, so you'll get an opportunity to show her that. But is there anything else, like a cool fire spell that you know?
Yes, many.
Well, maybe have one ready so that if she's like, I need cover, you can be like, I'm there, I've got you.
Prepare the coolest spell you've ever seen.
Make it into like a cool shape, or image, or...
I'll think about it en route.
Yes, please do. Also, just pick one detail about her to compliment. Could be anything.
One.
Yes, your eyelashes are really beautiful.
Eyelashes.
Or like, oh, that dress is really, that dress is really cute. Does it have pockets?
Does it have pockets?
Yeah, just one specific detail. Anything. Could be anything. You'd go for that.
Pockets.
As this is happening, two figures approach. Gentleman, kind of short beard, robes, kind of a standard-looking middle-aged gentleman, maybe like reddish-brown, approaches. It kind of looks to you. You recognize this as Archivist Seth Domade.
Oh. Oh.
I just wanted to confirm, the Mighty Nine have made their trek to the moon, correct? Safely?
Yes, they were accompanied by Allura. She helped them get to their rallying point before they went over. A bunch of the Ashari were there as well to help see them through the gateway.
That is all I needed.
Why? Have you heard from them?
No, not yet. We are getting everything prepped for when the word comes through.
Okay. And Bell's Hells, have you heard?
Not yet.
Okay.
But as soon as we do, I'm sure it will be disseminated.
Are you going to be with us, so we'll know?
I will not be. I will be helping in my way.
Why do you... Are you all right? You seem unsure.
I'm fine. There is,
We don't have a lot of time, Archivist. What is it?
I'm fond of members of the Mighty Nine and wanted to ensure that they traveled safely.
Oh. I'm sure they're just fine. They're a very capable bunch.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I wanted to introduce you to someone who will be helming one of the other skyship assaults should you meet on the battlefield. This is a figure from the Kryn dynasty, one of their various championed warriors who has been said to be part of this, Verin Thelyss.
Oh.
From Den Thelyss?
You see a dark elf of kind of lavender skin, long white hair that is bound and kind of braided tightly in the back.
Hot boy number 2!
Yes. The pleasure is mine. Indeed, I am representing the Kryn interests for the skyship incursion, and I will be myself seeing a number of Kryn warriors to be arriving within the midst of the fortress. I just wanted to make sure we saw each other face to face, where should we meet on the field of battle, we know each other to be allies.
Your support and all of the efforts from the Kryn dynasty are very appreciative this time. Thank you.
So wonderful to see you in person. I'm sure we won't be forgetting your face anytime soon.
I will try to go find Allura. She's still there, nearby.
She's actually rushing your direction. She's about 2 blocks up.
Oh.
And she's like,
Great. Oh, I was just coming to find you. That's so funny.
You've received word.
Oh.
They're in position on Ruidus.
Wait, now? Right now?
Now. Horns start going. The whole city begins just blasting with various volumes of war horns. The symbol of war has been triggered.
Yes!
Soldiers begin to line up. As everyone begins to get into place, Allura kind of escorts you over towards one of the skyships and goes, all right, we're going to go ahead and get you on board of the skyship where you've been assigned to. I'm getting too old for this.
I hear you,
I go
sister.
Everything hurts.
I go over and I stand in front of Percy and I give him a kiss. And I just get really close and I go, the children, they'll be safe. This is the right choice. This is the right choice.
They'll be better than safe. They know what they're doing. They're leaders. In the worst case, they're going to save them all. We did very well.
We did very well.
Let's go save your brother.
Okay.
I love you.
Liev will glide out in front of Lady DeRollo and the Tempest. My lady has afforded me glimpses of your raven. Though the future is unwritten, it is not without hope. And that word, hope, rings in your ears, and Liev casts power word fortify, and I divide between the two of you 120 temporary hit points and casts Death Ward on each of you. Then Liev casts Power Word Fortify on herself, giving herself an extra 120 temporary hit points. And turns to Serkonis. Flame, speaker your arm, please. Believe it's time to board our ship.
She always
fucking throw
gets
in the
lucky
back,
with
dude.
whoever is with
She
our
does.
group.
Damn, she's creepy.
She's got some game.
Say something. Your skin is pale and moist.
No.
And then I hold out my other hand to her, and I cast at first level Goodberry. And in my hand, 10 tiny berries just go. And my hand fills with a little sad handful of berries. May this protect you on our battle.
She curls her fingers over the berries of your hand. You are a beautiful, beautiful boy. She pockets the good berries.
As you all step up on board and Allura kind of guides you to the front, she turns to introduce you to the captain, and you see kind of up at the top, cackling, looking over, big captain's hat brimming on now like a hairless top of the head, a tiefling with tattoos and big high-collared captain coat turns around. Hey there, Vox Machina, right? That's what you're supposed to be. I am your Captain Xandis. I'll be seeing you to your destination on this day. Pleasure to meet you. I know you're legends in your own right. Today I become a legend alongside you, don't forget it. Welcome to the Keybreaker. Hope you're comfy. We're about to go ahead and return to the place where I crashed my last ship to victory.
What?
Wow.
Nice to meet you,
You
Captain.
crashed it. You crashed it?
Intentionally.
Okay.
Oh, this is the Xandis. Yes.
Xandis Keybane, Captain Esquire.
Oh, eBay.
Oh, you added
Pardon.
Esquire to my title.
Just did right now.
Okay.
As you all get settled up on the ships, the horns go off a few minutes later. The braziers that are all bright blue burning now go to a vibrant white light across the entire city of Vasselheim. You hear cheers from the surrounding populace that just becomes a strange hissing din. And hundreds of sparkling bits of arcana begin to be conjured all down below the deck of the ship. And you watch as gates and portals begin to open up. Immediately, darkened, ruddy dust and brown dirt blows through the portals from a wind across the way. And you watch as these armies, these clusters of troops, warriors and soldiers begin to push through in a sprint, just vanishing through these doors and gateways. You watch the celestial angels gather up themselves, coasting through at their own pace. The mages that are atop your ship glance over the side and give themselves a small signal down to the ground below. And within but a fraction of a second, a massive gateway opens up, maybe about 120 feet ahead of where your ship, the Keybreaker, sits. And there you can see the rushing of some sort of a low-intensity dust storm. As the sky ship ever so slowly continues towards this gate, waiting for its signal. The secondary flares detonate, signifying the time for the sky orders to progress. The broomstones on the outside of your ship begin to glow brightly as it picks up immediate speed, cruising towards this darkened expanse beyond. There, you are suddenly met with clustered shadow. The bright red light of the bloody bridge in the distance, kind of flickering and flaring, giving off this kind of reddish, deadly hue that seems to kind of be a beacon of dark foreshadowing amongst the distant storm where it has not been pulled back. At the helm, all right, we're not there yet, almost, just hold on tight. And the ship kind of lurches and begins to go into a slight declining angle. At this point, you can hear one massive blasting arc of crackling purple energy just shoots past, flung from below.
You can dodge that, right, Xandis?
I can certainly try! Begins to turn the ship as another one lobs upward, and the ship, hold on! Goes to a tight right. You watch as the two mages get pulled against the edge. There's a couple of close calls as some of your friends in the troop begin to slide off to the edge, but together as a troop, you grab and hold each other as the ship kind of just barely hits around the side. You now hear, and emerging from the nearby storm, 3 large, kind of crooked-looking winged creatures
Let's go.
descend out of the clouds towards the front of the ship.
I'm aiming for the eye.
Aiming for the eye, go ahead and roll an attack.
Let's go!
Ah, shit. 28.
Yar.
28 hits.
All right.
One of them gets struck in the eye, skids, impacting on the deck of the ship, and scoots before it lands and kind of stops in the ground. Its wings are flapping, and it has claws, and you can see these massive talons are just reaching for. It's getting itself back up to its feet, while the other two kind of swoop down. Go ahead and strike for you. It's going to
warm up.
27 to hit.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
18 points of slashing damage. It slashes down and tries to pick you up with its might, but you go ahead and pull free from its grasp as it picks back up in the air. The other one's going to come for you, Scanlan. That's a 28 to hit.
Oh my god. Yeah, that hits.
While Grog knocks one off, the other one swoops down, slams its talons, one into Scanlan's shoulder, the other into the back of his horse body, and lifts him from the top of the sky ship.
Quick action here. I want to do a quick fast draw, and I'm going to take a shot at. This creature. So I'm going to use a disarming shot. And see if I can get them to drop the horse.
Boy.
So that is 14 points of damage and 5 points of psychic damage.
So as it picks up Scanlan just a few feet off the ground before the shot rings out and streaks off and releases, you kind of tumble to the ground and catch yourself on your hooves.
Onto the ship or
onto the ship still. It only just got you up briefly.
Yeah, I'll be like, I was wondering what my warm-up would be. You'll do. I will go into a rage.
Yes.
And I'll take 2 swings with my blood axe.
Go for it.
Beautiful. That is a 28 to hit.
Grog, how do you want to do this?
I take the blood that I got scratched on my titty when he swung at me, and I swing it across my face. I take the axe, boom, once on the head, but just when you barely chalk off the turkey's head, the turkey, and it's hanging by a thread. And I rip it off. I take the axe and I split it open, and I rip the rib cage open, just spray it everywhere.
The two mages on the side of the ship go. They just look terrified, and Zane just goes. That was crazy! You're crazy! I like crazy! The 2 other ones that have swooped up are turning around and attempting to come back for a second strike. As they spin around, suddenly, out of the left field, you watch as a silver dragon snatches one in its jaws and just breaks it in half as it does. It screams its death cry, while the other one gets knocked to the side and kind of spins down and begins to plummet down into the storm out of sight. You watch as other sparks like fire up. That kind of pale blue white spark that kind of like flickers, kind of releases slow at first, and like it almost seems to pick up speed like a railgun in the direction of the ship.
Can I see it coming and shout to Xandis?
Yeah, sure.
Bank left!
All right, then he's gonna go ahead and turn the ship. As it curves out of the way, this shoots off and kind of like, it kind of just evaporates. You watch as another one of those strange kind of sparkles kind of starts up, and you can see like overhead one of the other sky ships kind of emerging from the cloud, and it gets hit by it. It kind of sparkles. No damage to the ship. But the broomstone goes dark.
Oh, shit. EMP, baby!
These
Mega
are
dispel.
distant dispel ships.
Gotta go lower.
Is it anybody we know on that ship?
It's too far away to see. It's
How far away?
About maybe like a good 200 feet or so. Xandis like, all right, we're going in to help, or are we going into the key? What's your choice?
Dive side by side with that ship.
Dive side by side?
And now it's going full blast
We
scenario.
got flyers, you should go get
Well,
them.
since, do we have Arashari on board? We've got other
You
Arashari?
have a handful of Arashari that have probably come along with you, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to the other Arashari and be like, we gotta go! And it's like, once again, go back to my air elemental form and signal them to do the same to see if we can like...
They transform as well, and the three of you arc off in that direction. So, Jonas, do you want to join or you want to stay behind with them?
Can I do that in my form?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can in theory can transform into any elemental you wish. Your fire elemental form is yourself.
God, I was reading all that and I didn't know. I will become air with you.
Okay.
I didn't know that was on the menu.
Now,
I'll order one, please.
you can see towards the back, holding the edge, there are a number of Kreen soldiers that are wrapped to the side, including Verin Thelyss, who you met earlier. He's kind of in the back, just over the side. They're all just holding on.
I just tell the Ashari, like, gonna slow the descent, and then I'm gonna come up and see if I can just like do a concentrated like gust burst into the sails to just like slow
that's
it
smarter
down.
than saving.
Okay.
I'm gonna toss you. I'm gonna toss you a rope as you go,
Okay,
and
I'm gonna go
start
and try
tying
to
it
hook
off
the rope to the side so people can get across.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Can confirm.
yell at Verin as I come over and like throw one handle of the rope so we can wrap it around like the mast of the airship.
I got it! Catches it, throws it around. You see him kind of quickly like affix it to, he actually takes off like a part of his gauntlet and like puts the rope through it so it has some weight, and he kind of flings it around so you catch it on that side.
Cool.
Wrap it in. The ship is like listing further down, and you can see people like having to hold on it, starting to kind of get that downward intense angle.
Get to safety!
Move!
The ship is trying to get lower, but it at the speed it's going, like the listing ship is now kind of matching its speed, and that the rope is taut, and you have the inclination that with any sort of shift and wrong movement between the ships, that rope is going to snap.
I'll be flying back and forth on the broom to try to get people up and over.
Okay.
Drog, I'm gonna need you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to get the rope in any position where, when it snaps, we're gonna be able to reel it in real fast, real hard, and we're gonna be using that one for that. So,
Alrighty.
I am not doing the pulling.
Okay.
Cape comes off.
You can't quite keep up with it, not without losing our trajectory in the entire mission. I'm gonna have to pull away.
All right.
Just give it one more second. You got this. You're the best flyer I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm gonna inspire him.
Them.
Been thinking about me every day, oh. 'Cause of my sweet little lasso. Be inspired, baby, I know. That's that sweet SS, yo.
Then it goes, it's hard to describe why it's so uplifting, but I can't help but feel incredibly ready to go. All right, we're gonna try and go in for it, but it's gonna be a dangerous coin flip. Continuing to follow alongside, going quickly, you now emerge from the higher bit of the dust storm in the sky, which now you can see there's about 100 or so, 150 feet below the bottom part of the clouds and the top of the fortress. And immediately you get a glance of the war that is engaged around here. The ships are coming in quickly towards the bottom. I got an idea! And as opposed to keeping up with it,
Do a barrel roll.
Rams into the side of the ship and impacts not heavy enough to damage it, but enough to like kind of knock it slightly off course. And when it does kind of follow it to the side, the deck of the Keybreaker is now flush with the other. And the ones that were on the rope like have already kind of climbed up on the side, and the rest kind of jump over the edge. The Arcanist, who is strapped in on the other broomstone, sees this happening and realizes, go. Like cuts the rope and goes running right as the ship begins to pull away, and is just going to try and go and run for a leap to try and catch your arms before the two ships diverge.
Get ready with my broom.
Natural 9, and they're not very...
Can I try to grab him? Catch him with the broom?
Just barely catch them by the forearms. They dangle below. The broom kind of like trying to keep itself in the winds here. Not as heavy as the storm above, but still kind of wild in the sky above. You clutch them.
I've got you, darling.
Vex, are we clear?
We're clear!
Ashari, pull back!
You all withdraw and pull back at the ship as the secondary companion airship scatters and explodes against the far kind of western side of the fortress, slamming into one wall, crumbling it to the next wall, partially crumbling it before it just leaves this like flaming waste around it. But apparently, I think we're about close to your off point. You should get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna turn around. Lest we also become that, and my second crash becomes a reality.
Grab Pikey in the back.
I'm gonna just gallop across and just fall off the end.
The other mage like catches you with a feather fall, and you all glide down. One of the purple kind of defense cannons shifts in your direction. You have a better glance at it now. These are like strange brass cylinder contraptions with a heavy seat.
Yeah, as we're descending sort of together in our air elemental forms. I'll drop it as we're flying down and just go, I'm sorry, it's never my best form. And I'll turn back into like Sir Konos as in his human form.
Yeah.
And then like that, you feel that extra density of his weight as he kind of just like pulls his spear from his back and just tries to make himself go faster as he goes down. And as he does, he just picks one guard as close to the shooty thing as he possibly can. And right as he's falling, when he gets within 30 feet, I'm gonna wing my spear at him.
He is not a strong figure. As it hits him, it spears through him and like pins him to the ground, like he's kind of embedded at the top of the wall where he stands.
I'll immediately do my blink after my attack
Let's
action.
go.
And he kind of just dips out of existence, and he just lands on top of his spear like still.
So the momentum that would have splattered you against the top of that wall is negated as you instead apparate where the spear was, kind of clutching it as the light leaves his eyes.
Get out of here.
Sick.
Dope.
I'm going to take just a second to get a nice, good look at that machine and see if there are any obvious weak points other than just the pilot.
There is some sort of like a crystal orb that they're clutching in the middle, kind of like this like polished marble orb that they're kind of, as they turn, they pull back and then they release it to kind of fire what's there. And you imagine that device, if it were damaged or removed, would make it inoperable.
I'm going to take a shot precisely at that with bad news.
It shatters in their grasp, and actually the shards kind of spread out, and the person screams like, ah, as they get blasted with bits of broken marble. With that arc, you land, as well as the Ashari and the rest of your troop, to gather around the site where Grog and Pike have impacted. Not enough to take damage, but enough to kind of hit the ground, like Grog kind of catching her, and your feet kind of impacting the ground, kind of craters slightly as it does, and as you all kind of stand up and look, you can see the massive kind of jagged walls of the Tishtan Fortress that was risen and reformed by the Weave Mine to protect the Malleus Key. So,
It doesn't even fit in the frame.
to set the stage here, this is one of the Dispel Towers.
Yeah? Oh shit,
The Malleus Key is this way.
Oh, we haven't even
And
made
the
it to
red-
the Malleus Key.
No, because you guys landed kind of off-center.
suck.
How
Damn
How are we
it!
gonna complete this mission in less than an hour?
Vex, you are up first with Scanlan on deck. What you got?
Okay, I'm going to cast.
There's a whole mass of slithers here that are running with a bunch of the figures over here. There are, you all descended and kind of visually arrived in this place, and you could see like a lot of these troops are now swarming over in this direction.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns at 4th level.
Okay.
I want to hit the big guy first.
Okay, so you want to hit him and get 3 in that
And
range?
3 in that range.
You got it. Those 3, like as the arrow hits, it explodes into this like massive sphere of just sharp, magically enhanced wooden spikes that just jut out in the air. All 4 of those entities kind of like fall to the ground. The guy in the middle who took the hits is starting to look pretty weathered already from the first 2 hits. The creatures around him all look pretty dang hurt from just the blast radius of that.
I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Go for it.
Also with sharpshooter.
Alrighty.
That definitely hits. That's 17 plus a ball.
He's looked real hurt. Releasing arrows. Scanlan, you're up.
Okay, I will inspire Serkonos.
Ooh, baby.
Hell yeah.
I will sing Cerkonos. Oh, wow. Light it up, you're hot to go.
Oh, we got there.
And then I will cast reverse gravity on all those people.
All right.
Yes.
Let me-
I'll hold out my hand and say,
yes.
There's some horse in this house. There's some horse in this house.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Holy shit. So you watch as suddenly every single figure but this one all just get flung straight up into the air, just kind of floating way up here.
Oh my god.
Well, leave him up there a bit.
Yeah.
Percy, you're up with Grog on deck.
All right. Well, I'm going to just hop over the ledge here.
Okay.
Flip right up, and I'm going to flank this. This poor person for a second.
That looks around and spins towards you. Its black shark-like eyes and sharp teeth. You immediately feel like pressure in your brain. What are you doing with your turn?
I've felt pressure in my brain
That's
before.
true.
On guard, I'm going to tap my walking stick that I pull right off, and suddenly hundreds of tiny little razors appear all around the shaft going up and down. And I'm going to take 3 quick slashing attacks.
Alrighty. So 3 strikes on it, and like it takes the slices, and it looks like it's showing some wear and tear, but it's not on death's door or anything.
I take it back and I go for a stab, and then I pull the trigger.
Ooh.
Okay.
Of your sword?
What?
Your sword has a gun?
Yep.
You have a gun sword?
That's just 8 points of damage.
Go gadget pepper box.
But
let's push 15 feet.
15 feet through a fire elemental. I
Yes.
might add.
So he goes, gets blasted backwards through you, catches fire, and is now currently burning.
You have passed through fire.
all the way through, and should drop in theory.
He does. He drops, and then starts floating in the air.
Yeah, cool.
As the
These motherfuckers.
Ryloran
These
Thought Eater
motherfuckers
itself
can fly.
glides up.
Could you give me a distance check from the magic user that saved the reverse gravity? Is that 50 feet from Grog?
It's just 50 feet from
Can
you.
I just jauntily... I got a question. Wanna die? And I'll just take a swing.
And then I'll just take a
So he's holding onto a root, and his legs are kind of up in the air, and he's like clutching, like gravity is like pulling him up.
Oh, don't run into it. But it's Grog.
You run and rush, and as you pull the axe in, your feet whoop out from under you.
Oh, no.
Make a strength saving throw for me.
I have advantage on these.
You do 'cause you're Raging.
27.
27. You catch the same root that he's on. One hand on the root, the other hand on your axe, and he's like, and you're both just kind of floating in midair there.
23 points of damage on the first one.
Alrighty.
4 points are necrotic because
Okay.
of the axe. And the second one, 32 points of damage, 6 points necrotic.
So, this is my favorite visual so far in the battle. You carve into him once, pull back, and the second time you hit him, his body lets go because he ragdolls. You killed him, but the gravity sends his body up into the air, and he just ragdoll like, like just way over there.
Now I'm just hanging.
Yeah, but now you're just holding onto this root.
Fuck. I forgot how this magic works.
That brings it to Lieve'tel.
I'm going to stride forward so that I am, get past Pike, so that I am within close range to Pike, Horse, Scanlan, and Grog.
5, 30.
What I'm going to do is use a bonus action to grab one of the beads that hangs from her wrist.
Yeah.
And summon a massive 3-headed white raven using planar ally.
Okay.
Whoa.
My command to it is to usher me over this din as we make our way to the champion.
Whoa.
Okay. So you helm this creature. All right, so it's summoned.
I will toll the dead on...
The ones that are nearby that are injured are these 3 slithers and that...
I'll hit the big boy.
He's like, and he sees Scanlan charging up, and he's like now like bloodied, angry, roars and rushes forward. And just as you like leap onto the back of your summoned ally, you focus outward with like the hanging bell in your hand, and as the bell rings, ting, 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 he goes, and you watch his beneath his armor, his eyes just, and he falls down destroyed.
And for flavor, that is this bell that Bertrand gave me years ago.
That's sick.
Now, this first troop that just lost its juggernaut is going to go. All of these slithers swarm in around Scanlan.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
There's enough of me to go around, boys.
There's this like weird kind of vibration in the air, and you can't help but glance up. The top of this begins to like glow that kind of weird light blue white color, and for a second you swear you see like the mystical shape of some sort of like ceremonial armored, like high crested robe covered Ryloran with like weird symbols and shapes of its armor and its crest behind it. Some extremely powerful looking kind of ghostly image of some massive ancient Ryloran kind of there. And as it kind of hovers in front of it, you see it kind of lift its hands as it glows brighter and brighter. Something is psychically operating that remotely. And it is now.
So we do have to take it out.
Pike, you're up with Serkonos on deck.
Okay. So I am going to cast, Guiding Bolt at the ball.
Yeah.
And you do like, it kind of like the energy shimmers for a second, and it looks like there's a scuff and a bit of like a crack to it. It looks damaged, but not like deeply damaged. No. But there is now that kind of glowing, like it's already giving off its glow, but now there's a bit of Everlight guided, like flame-like golden glow that's almost like pulling attention from your allies towards it.
Okay. That is the end of my turn.
Great. Serkonos, you're up.
He's gonna just trace a bunch of circular primordial sigils in the air and cast a wall of fire.
Yeah! Okay.
Yes, let's go.
So since they're in a perfect circle, I'd like to cast it around, like perfectly around like Scanlan, like literally on the tops of the heads of these guys.
Right. The 3 that were already injured from Vex incinerate as the wall of flame just shoots up around. Destroyed. So they're all charred and quite injured, except for one of them took a little hit, but they're still like there in the middle of the flame wall.
All right, then I will use my blink step because I cast magic, and I'll just teleport right down next to Pike.
You appear right next to Pike.
He's so badass.
And then
Spear at the ready.
And then and because I'm so scared for Scanlan, I'll just let it drop.
Okay.
I'll let the wall of flame go.
Oh.
Yeah.
What just happened? Serkonos, how'd you get there?
What if other baddies come running up?
Don't worry about me, man.
I'm not gonna force cage
Impress
you, I promise.
Lieve'tel.
She's actually the exact opposite of the tower. I can't see anything.
Serkonos, what are you doing?
That's amazing.
All right, I'm gonna shoot at the
exactly
ball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot at the ball.
Yeah.
Go for
And
it.
I get advantage, right?
Bust
because
that
it's
ball,
lit up.
Vex.
Work the ball.
You do.
Can I do like?
That's I was like, that's one of our lines,
I'll see,
right?
and I'm gonna do sharpshooter.
Sure.
Oh, natural 20! Yeah!
Let's go, bitch.
It strikes in where the initial impact from Pike's guiding bolt was, and you watch cracks apparate around, and the ghostly visage of this extremely powerful psychic alien creature kind of like flickers for a second, and you watch as it kind of like focuses on you, and you hear in your mind, "You will not interfere."
Oh shit.
Like straight in the middle of your mind.
Shit, I'm gonna hit it again. Nice.
Oh!
The top of it
Yes!
shatters and explodes,
Yeah!
the glow dissipating, and you hear in your mind, as the ghostly image is like dispelled and sent off somewhere else.
Nice.
Then I'm gonna bonus action. Hunter's Mark. What is that?
That guy? He hasn't gone yet.
Okay, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark him.
Okay, you got it.
I'm gonna fly. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fly as far as I can over this way. Zing.
This way?
Yeah, whatever that.
I want to go higher.
Here.
About there?
Yeah.
You got it. Alrighty.
I will cast Thunder Wave. I'll strum on my lute a powerful chord at 2nd level. And let's just aim for 2. The two in front of me.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Those two just like get sent off to the side. One like splatters against the rock, the other kind of rolls and just stops moving.
Amazing. So do I move? What's in front of me? I can't see.
Yeah, go get.
Not the.
So I slap myself on the ass and I.
Oh, for the record, I do need to have you roll some Constitution saving throws. I forgot because we were concentrating on the.
Oh, I'm gonna drop them.
Okay, so yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, they're gonna drop them?
Yeah. Incoming grog.
It's raining men. That's
every single one of them splats. Opa!
Like that.
Yep. Every single one of them splats except for these two that fall injured on the ground.
The big boys.
You got them.
Gonna trot forward.
Trot forward, full movement?
Yeah, getting to the next set of baddies.
Okay. Actually, before I give you the full engine, they're both going to get attacks opportunity on you. First one is, that's only a 2 for 10. It misses you. And the other is a 17.
Hit.
17 hits you?
Hit.
It grapples you as the bite.
Come on.
Unless, can I cutting words him?
You certainly can go for it, yeah.
I will cutting words his attack. I will neigh at him. I'll say, watch me trot! Watch me neigh!
Oh no! D12.
It reduces his attack by 2.
2? That's enough, right?
Oh,
15.
Yes, just right.
Oh my god.
It's got, what the fuck?
So you go running by. Coming on the way, you can see this fight happening here. That finish your turn?
That finishes my turn, yes.
A bunch of Vanguard come rushing in from off that way, kind of filling the gaps here and coming around this cleric fellow here who's in the middle of casting a spell.
Uh-oh.
The ground begins to quake in the space around here. The sand kind of shudders. And then bursting out of the ground, these massive blade-like insect arms, sending them scattering off into the air, screaming, some of them cut in the middle of the air. You see just sand and dirt go flying.
Ruby Vanguard goes flying?
Yeah, this whole troop gets thrown.
Big
bugs.
Set her off.
No, big bugs.
Big bugs. Big bugs.
As the dust begins to settle in, a full-grown battle Vidulch itself settles itself.
Stop it!
Just destroying it our own troop.
What is that?
Whoa! I wouldn't touch it.
Jeez.
Oh, he's sharp.
News on this side. This figure goes to run this direction at the shaking. I'm going to go ahead and roll. Not with a 10, you're not. This guy here is running. All of a sudden, the ground bursts open. He goes flying up, and another mandible catches him and devours him as he lands on this set.
Don't let him get you, guys. What the hell are those?
A second one emerges on this side right there.
Oh, shit.
This one over here is going to kind of skitter up this direction. It's going to shift up to you there.
My mandibles.
5 attacks on you.
Feel you from
Yeah, it'll shift around this.
Feel you front in my inside?
Yeah. So, for you, Keyleth,
resistance is claws.
16. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, it hits me.
13 points of slashing damage. 20 points of slashing damage reduced to 10. That's another 13 reduced to 6.
I'm trying to figure out.
It's going to be an 18 to hit you.
Yeah, all
That's
these
another
hit.
13 to hit. And then now it's mandibles are going to go ahead and strike down towards you.
Let's go, baby.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep.
You take 29 points of piercing damage, plus 23 points of acid damage as its digestive juices kind of get you in its mandibles there. And then it's going to go ahead and finish with a corroding spray. Which is going to get Lieve'tel, the Planetar, Raven, and you, Keyleth, in your form. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Natural 20, baby. Yeah.
All right. So 56 points of acid damage reduced to
56.
28.
Oh my god.
Liev got 14, and the Diva, which is what I'm using, got a 19.
I do.
19. The Diva takes 28 points of acid damage. You take 56 points of acid damage. Sprayed in that space.
This isn't the final
So
fight.
I had 102 hit points as a fire elemental, and he dropped me.
Oh.
I'm just gonna take 4 pock shots at
Go for it.
that jerk. That's 14 points of damage with where did I put my with 4 points of psychic damage.
All right.
Number 2. I'm gonna re-roll that because that was a 1, so I am using. No, I can only re-roll saves. So gun breaks.
Misfire on enemies.
No.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action to try and fix it.
Go for it.
Better? 13 plus-
Repaired.
All right.
Yep.
So
Clear the chamber.
I'm going to take my last 2 shots and see
Go
how
for
this
it.
goes. Don't like 20 ridiculous to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's so these 2. That's 15 points of damage with 5 psychic.
This one just takes the blow and tumbles off the side of the ruins and out of sight. The Kreen that's currently fighting it, like, notices it fly off, looks at you, and just kind of gives like a nod. It gets his blade ready and is about to leap down to join the other side of the fray.
Reload. Put it away.
All right. That finish your turn, Percy?
Yep.
All right, Grog, you're up.
I have boots of feral leaping.
You do.
That gives me boobs.
Boobs of feral leaping.
It's got boobs of feral leaping.
Boobs of feral leaping. I've let myself go the past 30 years. Can I try to jump up on its arm and climb up onto its back like Starship
You
Troopers?
certainly can, yeah. Leap up onto its back and eventually clamber onto its carapace up this way as you're clutching onto the side of it there, just riding it.
Yeah, you big beastie. Yeehaw! And I'll swing down with my axe for 28 points of damage on the first one.
Nice.
And the second one is 27, 1 point of necrotic.
Those with the plus 10 from Great Weapon Master?
No. 37.
37. Crack! Your axe is coming on, like starting to like cut through some of its outer armored shell, but it's still pretty hardy. That finishes your turn.
I'm done. Yep.
Keyleth, you're
I'm
up.
trying to kill these things.
Bonus action, Earth Ellie form.
Yeah. Equal.
I'm going to sink in under the ground.
Okay.
I'm going to glide underneath. So can I go like here?
You can get here. Alrighty. Shadows swoop up over the sides here.
Shadows are bad shadows.
Winged, armed devils. Swooping down.
It's still good. It's still good.
One of them clutching a figure on its shoulder, which it drops off onto the ground. A woman in white hair with dual daggers out to the side, black pouring down her face, and multiple arms. The 6 arms all carry multiple daggers, so they kind of appear. She is full eight-limbed, and they all begin to swarm these entities.
Oh, well, that's our chance. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
So what I'm going to do is lean Liev's head down between 2 of the heads and say, "Get me up and over and hover behind that thing's ass." And I'm going to hold my action to cast Bless when we are within equal range of the Tempest and Opal.
You got it. This troop here now, this is going to go ahead and get up. This guy's going to go ahead and get up. The Juggernaut is going to go ahead and leap up onto the back over there. So you're both
Oh my
now
goodness,
having
this
a
is
gladiatorial
cool.
battle on the back of a full-grown
That's
adult.
so epic.
Top of his turn, he regenerates 10 hit points.
Okay.
He regenerates 10 points.
Whose turn?
The Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, like, starts
Okay.
like gaining some of its health back. It makes 3 attacks against you, Grog.
Hey.
Multi-attack with its blades. 10 damage, 10 damage, and 10 damage.
Okay, half.
So half to 15. So you take 15 points of slashing damage. I need you to make a strength save because it uses a telekinetic combo. It hit you more than twice in one round.
Okay. Natural 19 plus 14 for 33.
You're fine. So as it's blasting you, you feel like it's pressure pushing on you, almost like some sort of psychic force with each blow is trying to push you off your feet, but you still hold yourself strong against the back of this creature as you're both just kind of brawling and throwing weapons at each other on the back of this shifting, massive insectoid Vidulch. That finishes that troop's
Can I
go
use
there.
my reaction, retaliation?
Yes, you can.
Get the fuck off me, whack!
You indeed can.
Jesus. 28 points of damage, 4 points of that are necrotic.
Yes,
you got it. The creature, the Vidulch doesn't seem to be noticing him on his back. It's just focused on you.
Interesting. Because you're a flea, and I'm me.
Yay! So with that, the Juggernaut just tears apart 3 of the figures there, including a Dunamancer who is kind of in the process of about to cast it and throw it into the air.
I'm
Just
sorry,
like
guys.
slams one in the ground, crushes the other one's head, and then grabs Dunamancer and picks it up and just like Hulk the Wolverine just bisects it and throws both halves in different directions. Finishing there, go Pike. You're up with Serkonos on deck.
I'm gonna guiding bolt the fucking.
Good old faithful. Let's go.
31.
1 points of damage. Awesome. Now, because I didn't get these guys last time, they're going to go ahead and swarm up.
How would you know?
Swarm up.
They're going to fill into there. This guy's going to move into there, and this guy's going to move up to you,
Oh
Serkonos.
god, they're surrounded.
Both of these slithers like biting at you, and they get part of your armor. You knock it back with your shield, and they're just not finding any purchase beyond the plate of the Dawn Martyr, which protects your physical form.
Okay.
The 2 other figures are going to swing at you twice. It's going to be a 19 to hit.
No.
You're just like kring, 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 beating their weapons back, holding the shield forth and knocking away. As you're just being assaulted, nothing can get through.
Oof. I wish you had my vantage point, because what I can see from the back is like Scanlan galloping off into the distance with like, it just looks so epic.
Yeah.
So that's what Serkonos sees, and he's like, yes. And then I'm gonna use my action to, I'm just gonna say to myself, it's time. Then I'll use my action to take Wild Shape, my Flame Speaker elemental form.
Let's go.
Yes.
This huge fire elemental springs into the space.
Roasted lobster.
And in my fire form, I can move through a space as narrow as an inch wide. So I'd like to use that movement to and like take that form and put it to like a little pinpoint and insert myself in like the spiracle of the carapace of the abdomen of the so I can also occupy the space of a creature with that movement. So I'm basically gonna like put myself in between the cracks of the armor of the
So much.
The Vidulch. You move by. He's on fire there. Cool. That finishes your turn?
Yep.
Vex, you're up.
I feel like these ladies have this guy over here, so I'm gonna help Pike out, and I'm gonna hit the guy from the back that I've hunter's marked. Is 31 plus 10 is 41 on the first hit. Yeah.
He just kind of like shook and collapses to the ground.
Great. I'm gonna fly this way and get over this Vidulch.
Okay.
Like closer to that.
Get you about there.
Yeah. Okay.
At the end of your turn, a dark shadow
Oh no.
Another dark
emerges
shadow.
from behind as the dust kind of opens up above as you see brass wings
Yes.
spread out.
Devotion.
And it's going to go ahead and do a massive, essentially breath weapon carpet bomb. It's going to burn past and just keep flying and like is going to like take back off into the
So
sky.
cool. We should just
As you,
going.
as you look across that way, like other soldiers are rushing in this way, and Devosa just burns them as well. And is like clearing out cavalry that are starting to rush in your direction now from different sides. So the dragon's kind of just swooping and keeping watch. That finishes their go. Percy, you're up with Grog.
Percy.
We're fucking running.
Dash it.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I guess I'm just going a full 60.
Great.
However, the Vidulch, that's going to go full round of attacks on you as you're on top of it. That clears. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to say it takes 2 strikes at you, and the rest are going to go after Pike. So the first one,
It's all right.
so it's going to be a 16 to hit.
Misses.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
That does it.
All right, so you go ahead and take 13 points of slashing damage, reduced to 6.
Okay.
And then it's going to go ahead and spin around towards you, Pike. 18 to hit.
No,
Misses. Other attack, it's going to be a 23 to hit.
just hits.
You do take 13 points of slashing damage
Okay.
from one of its
And that's
scythe
halved?
claws.
Because I'm resistant?
If you're resistant to slashing damage,
Yes. Resistant
From
to slashing.
non-magical attacks.
yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Does
so
that
you,
work?
Yeah, so you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
If I was still on the Vidulch's back when it was attacking Pike down there, I could use Sentinel to make one melee attack on it, which might.
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
Come on.
23 and 6, 29 points of damage, 6 necrotic.
So after it unleashes attacks on you, how do you want to do this?
Oh, you're right.
There we go. Got it all. As the corpse of the Vidulch collapses into the ground, the rippling flames of Serkonos' advanced flame speaker elemental kind of flicker up around its broken carapace.
Because she can't see from her angle, I'm gonna shout to Lieve'tel, Serkonos, that was amazing! You totally destroyed that Vidulch! By yourself!
Yeah! That's it.
Okay, great. Other figures are starting to emerge from further in on this side. And they're
Our
starting
guys
to-
are bad guys.
Those look like bad guys.
Vanguard figures are starting to swarm in.
We gotta go. Keep going.
The devil's kind of looking back, blades at the ready, shields up, starting to kind of hold the line on this end. These figures over here,
Yeah,
I'd
gotta
say,
run.
yeah, this, both on those two corners up there, they're surrounded, but these Judicators are holding their own. They are just bludgeoning and smashing.
Awesome.
So with that, these devils here are going to go ahead. This one's going to go ahead and actually
It's a cool band name.
head
Open
in.
the devils.
So put on these guys here. This one's going to go on this end and swarm into there. So, Pike, as you're being swarmed by these handful of creatures, a massive winged horned devil looms over top of you and goes,
Go. We got it.
like puts the shield down in front. Is going to go ahead and take 2 strikes at the
Great
2
voice,
other
jeez.
slithers there.
Why are the devils?
Well, both hit. Okay. Both of those slithers, yeah. Shink, shink. Both of those slithers are taken out, which kind of leaves a path for Pike to kind of go. Keeps this guy engaged here, over there. Now, Opal on this end, and that guy's going to go ahead and attack the Vidulch twice. Opal's going to unleash 6 attacks against it. Let's see if she's better than last time. Yeah, that's 4 hits. Opal leaps in the air, hands out, and you watch as webbing seems to shoot out from the side of her jacket, from the inside of her boots, and kind of webs up the Vidulch beneath her, kind of like tightens it up. She lands on top and kind of curls on its back, and as she does, you swear you see these like mandibles curl out from the inside of her mouth. And all of her arms pierce into and underneath its armor right behind where the back of its neck and head is, and they all just carve through, and just in a spray of viscera from behind, the Vidulch immediately goes from struggling to just collapsing limp on the ground. She stands over it, like covered in its gore, and just kind of like breathes heavy. At which point, more Vanguard are rushing in this way behind where Percy is, and she just kind of says,
Oh my
She's
gosh.
creepy.
you all, you know, with your flame form and your help with the broom as well, you grab Pike and manage to get yourself out of the fray, rushing off towards the ominous red glow of the Malleus Key beyond a series of these walls. Number of immediate dangers are currently engaged, and you watch as another Vidulch kind of climbs up a wall to try and strike on you, at which point you see a massive kind of like spined manticore creature leap onto its back. You're uncertain where it came from, but it distracts it just enough to kind of keeps it from watching where you're traversing and kind of sneaking around the side. Eventually you push into this open, broken, ruin-covered, familiar space where there, flickering with the red glow of the bloody bridge and surrounded by numerous soldiers of all kinds, others arriving across the bridge, the core of the Malleus Fortress. And we'll go there next.
Oh, man! That was so good, man! Holy shit, man! That was hectic!
Yes.